welcome along yet again. We are out. It's a Monday afternoon. Yep, a full 6 days a week we work. We're out on this LXS 125. Great little sports bike. And so much fun to ride. Now, as I've been saying, between all the different bikes, LXR, LXS, there is a difference in the seat height. LXR is 820 millimeters to the top of the seat. The LXS is 790. So it is a lot shorter in the seat height, a lot lower, and it has also got a shorter wheelbase. Water-cooled engine, and of course that normal 6-speed box that you would find on bigger bikes. So it's great to have 6 gears. Suspension mid to firm, both of them are mid to firm. You do get a bit of a bumpy ride from both the sports bikes, but you can ride it upright, or you can obviously get yourself down here over the tank and tuck in. Right, speed bump, let's have a look. You see, it's a bit springy on the back end, and it soaks up the bumps, but you are going to feel them through the seat. Right, let's pull it down and go big handful of front, and pulls down on the button absolutely perfectly. On your gauge down there, you've got your revs across the top, odometer down in the bottom left, down in the bottom right is your fuel gauge, bang in the centre is your speed indicator and your gear selector, or gear indicator shall I say. Left hand controls, horn, indicators, hazard lights, main beam, dip beam, down the back there, pass light, and your right hand controls, start button, kill button, and an adjustable front brake lever. So if you want your lever out a little bit further, you can set it out there. I always have it around about 4th. Furthest out, I like a nice long lever. It does sound good when you rev it. And it's a good looking bike. Now those mirrors are pretty darn good. Let me just set that one up a little bit more and you can see, there we go, good view of the road behind in both of those mirrors. Green light, Mr. Taxi, let's go. What we'll do, we'll go down to the little bridge like I normally do. Come on. And we'll have a look round the bike and just show you what it's like. Now, me being a 32-inch leg, my knees don't have tucked the top of that tank, but it's comfortable enough for me to ride. My knees are basically sitting on the top fairing, so sitting against the back of the top fairing. I've got my legs tucked in quite nicely. But obviously the LXR is a bit more comfortable for me because it is higher in the seat and it does move me back a little bit. Now you've got a decent set of tyres on both of these. The LXR and the LSX both come with decent tyres. And as I always say, if you don't get on with the tyres on any bike, then switch around the brands. Try something like a Michelin, Pirelli, Dunlop, or even a Bridgestone. That's your 4 big main brands. Try one of those. I am a lover of Pirellis, especially the Angels, but everybody has their own preference for tyres. A lot of people like the Road 6 Michelins. If you're not happy with the tyres on a little 125, swap them out. But as I always say, wet weather, you're going to be taking it a little bit easier. Right, let's pull it in, drop down the box all the way down to 1, half a click up gets you neutral, and that side stand down. No main stand on this, just the side stand. There we go. So you can see pillion seat, little squab at the back. The rider seat is very low, and you've got those aluminium pegs down there that have got the grips on them, the little graty grips cut into them. Discs front and back on this, and you've got some huge great discs to the front of this. Now we are in full mode there, and your main beams down the centre, LEDs all the way round, and the fluoro, this one does scream MT with the colours. Absolutely love it. So great little bike, this one. Let's get out, have a ride, go and terrorise the people of Simpson once more, but obviously this one's not as noisy as you would find on your big bikes. There we go, all the way through the box, up into 6th gear. And we're sitting just short of 4,000, so 3,500, 4,000 RPM on it at 30 mile an hour. And as I say, running in a new bike, all you want to do is get through the box as quick as you can and then use the revs in the top gear. My favourite little pub there. Now what I tend to do is just see what we get bringing it up from low revs. Lovely. Just put a little bit of torque on that back end, but you should be getting your gears and your revs quite high for most corners. Get your power on. So we've got 2 of these to ride today, both identical and both consecutive plates, so I've got to be very careful which one I say it is. Now I know for a fact we prepped this one beginning of last week, so this one is going out to Gurgley, so he can sit and watch this video. He'll obviously watch the other one as well. Which one was my bike? They're both the same. The LXS is a great bike, and we are shifting a lot of these at the moment. LXRs, LXSs flying out the door, as you would imagine, because most 17-year-olds want a sports bike. Right, 3rd gear, 4th, get it up into 5th, and then obviously taking it nice and easy on that engine. It is a new engine. Now, when running, after you've done your 500 miles or 3 months, at 45 mile an hour maximum, get your service in, you can then open it up to about 50, 55. That will take you 3,000 miles or the next 6 months from your first service. Once you've done that, you are good to go. And I have had people say, how quick is the LXS once it's been running? Is it very fast? Look at this. Push it into the corners. It is lovely. Steers absolutely beautiful. These have been known to do around about, and I would say 60, 65. They're going to go a little bit faster at times if you really push them hard. But why would you want to push a bike? Most roads, on your A roads, are going to be 60, none of your dual carriageways about 70, and you wouldn't really want to be breaking the limits on these. So, as I say, the horsepower is geared for the CBT rider. I remember the days of the old 125s when they had shed loads of horsepower and you could get a 90 out of a 125. That doesn't happen now. So obviously your regulations and your horsepower and your kilowatt requirements, but if you want to go faster than 60, get your mod 1, get your mod 2, go to DAS, get yourself an A2 compliant bike. That is if you want to obviously up around. If you want to do something nice and easy and you just want it backwards and forwards, going out with your mates at the weekend, these are ideal. And obviously your big budget brand bikes, your main labels as we call them, which is Honda, Yamaha, Kawasaki and Suzuki. If you were looking at a sports bike from one of their range, you'd be looking at least another couple of grand on top. So for a budget sports bike, you can't go far wrong with the LXR and the LXS. Now, what are the faults with the bike? And I don't pull no punches. Sit on a bike and try it for size. Yes, this is not the bike for me. I do find it slightly uncomfortable with my long legs to ride this bike, but as a little sports bike it is nice. Don't have an issue with it, apart from my dirty long legs. Chop yourself off at the ankles. So, best thing about one of these is cheap. It's reliable if you look after it, and as everyone says, oh, Chinese bikes rot. All bikes rot. Decent coat of ACF 50, keep it clean, keep it maintained, look after it. And I say most 17-year-olds have got no mechanical or servicing knowledge. As we had one the other day that come in and, well, my back end's making a noise. Yes, your chain is slack. Do you know how to adjust the chain? No, I've never been shown, so I showed him. That will save you 25 or 25 quid going in to have your chain adjusted at a workshop. So there are videos on YouTube of how to service a bike, how to do a chain tension, how to maintain your bike, which we will try to do. And obviously me being very busy, oh, he's going a bit. Me being very busy, it's the amount of time I get to do video stuff and little workshop videos, but we will show you exactly how to do it. But so far, 44, nice steady mileage. Amount of silly car drivers about today. It's a Monday, as you can tell. The Monday madness has started. Now we had, while I'm waffling on, we had a little day out yesterday. We went out with Andy GSA Tractor on his BMW down to the Super Sausage, and then on to the Barrel Bikers, which Andy called the Beer Barrel Bikers. It's just the Barrel Bikers, Andy. And a good little meet down there. A couple of chapters of the Hells Angels were down there, which was very good fun. Say no more. But great time was had by all. And I managed to find myself a veterans patch, yay, and a veterans sticker for the bike. So I'm now a proud owner of a veterans sticker. Great fun. So, a lot more test rides coming up this week. We've got the LXS following this one. Later on this week we have another brand coming out, which I will be doing, so keep an eye out for that review. And also the Peaky Biker is going to start winding up the midweek mumble. We'll still do a few every now and then, but he's going to come across on a Friday night now, and it's going to be the Rev and Peaky show. Someone did suggest the Peaky Rev show, but it sounded like a dodgy priest, so it's the Rev and Peaky show, Friday night live with Rev and Peaky, and it's going to be a pleasure to have one of my best mates on that. Now, he was going to come down and ride with me Sunday, but it was absolutely hammering it down up north. And it was nice and sunny down here, but the weather didn't look all that. So he's obviously abandoned Sunday, and he will probably be down for next Sunday and come down to my house, and we'll go out and have a ride again. But we will see how it goes. Right, let's do the hill climb on this, and then back to the garage for an obligatory cup of coffee, which I made about 10 minutes ago, and it's probably gone cold by now. I'll have to make myself another one, like I always do. I make about 9 coffees a day and probably drink about 2. Right, so let's get through the box as quick as we can. Come on, car driver. Yes, I know you're going left. You're already going left. Little thing on a stick, it's called an indicator, matey, yes. Right, so let's peg her up to about 43, 44 and see what amount of power we lose climbing the hill. So 45, there we go. Knocked out a nice steady 45, maximum speed for ride testing. Lock the right hand out, and yes, I have my Kawasaki gloves on today. And these aren't bad little gloves, you know. They were that cheap that I bought myself 4 pairs. And there is a great little app that you can get in the App Store called Temu, T-E-M-U. They've got loads of bike stuff in there, cheap as chips. Yes, it is Chinese import stuff, but it does the job. And it is cheap as chips. 45 mile an hour. Believe it or not, I paid £6 for these gloves. They're gloves, they're not the best padding in the world, but they suffice, they do a purpose. And obviously if I'm on my big bike, then I will switch over to my proper Kawasaki gloves, which are full leather. These are just like nylon meshy, but they do the job. You've got a little bit of hand protection, but not a lot. But for £6 it does the job. and it's got knuckle protection. So how they make these for £6 I do not know, but I've got 4 pairs. Happy days. Yep, and it holds its speed as well, 44, 45, so I'm not dropping much speed off going up the hill. Round the top, back down the other side, and ride test will be completed, and then we're on to the second one, which is going to be great fun. Another LXS, and in between swig me coffee. So if you are interested in the LXR LXS, we've got lots in the showroom. We also have most of the range from Lexmoto, most of the range from WK, and we also stock AJS now as well. So we've got the Scrambler 71 in, and we also have the Cadwell, which is a very nice bike, which we should be getting out on quite soon. We've done the Medina, we've done loads of Medinas, and Medinas are still flying out the door at the moment. Through the box, quick shoulder check, and out onto the main dual carriageway, dominate the lane again. Now if you are on dual carriageway, you're on a 125, dominate the lane. Because if you are in position 1, you're going to get the car trying to squeeze beside you. So dominate the lane. You pay as much road tax as they do. Dominate the lane, make them go round. Use the outside lane. And that is what I suggest if you are on a 125. If you're on a 50, yeah, stay off to the side. You're going to get obviously 30 mile an hour. Someone's coming in a little bit hot, they are going to smack you if they can't get past. So stick to the curb. That is my advice. Obviously everybody gives their own advice, but if you're out here in lane 1, we're doing 46, 1 mile over. 1 mile is not going to make a lot of difference. Make them go round you like matey boy there. But on the main roads round town, this is fast enough to keep up with most traffic. And I've got a nice little stream of cars behind me, tough, they can wait. You've got plenty of dual carriageway to come past, but no, they all want to sit behind me. Oh, and you can smell the food. McDonald's. Oh God, yeah. Couldn't touch a McDonald's if you paid me. Yeah, I've seen how they make their burgers. The only good thing from the McDonald's is probably the salad. Oh dear. Forgot to cancel my indicator as well. Naughty Barbie. Thought I cancelled it. One thing with these gloves, the thumbs are so thick you can't feel anything. Yes, back to my other gloves I think after this one. Right, we have, let's have a look, 9.3 miles on the bike, so that's my 10 mile round trip done by the time I get back to the garage. Ride route 3 into ride route 1. As I said to Phil, which ride route you doing? 3-1. Okay, so he knows the route. Should the bike break down, he'll know exactly where to come to me. So if you enjoyed the video, like, subscribe, share and comment. Don't forget, loads going on the YouTubes this week. Keep an eye out for the TikToks, keep an eye out for the Instagrams. But until the next time we're out riding, guys, as always, be well, ride safe, and from RB, here's a big goodbye from me.